Hi everyone, this is SplitMetrics with a success story from our client Papaya Gaming, and I'm here today with Uri Pearl, Head of Marketing at Papaya Gaming. Hi Uri, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm all good, Maria. Hi, thank you very much for having me. Very excited to be here and to share our mutual story.
Oh, thank you. I'm very excited as well. I'm glad that you're here to talk about your success story. So without further ado, let's talk about it. But first things first, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you been with the company? And could you tell a little bit about your team?
Yes, of course. So I'm currently at Papaya Gaming 2 years. Papaya Gaming almost joined at August 19 on very early stage. One of the first employees over here. I came to Papaya after 4 successful years in a different gaming company called Elon Dynamics, where I grew up as user acquisition and product marketing. And I came to Papaya Gaming to establish the marketing department and to lead the growth of the company from the early stage until now that we're already quite big already. My team is basically divided into two sub teams. One is the user acquisition team, of course, doing all the user acquisition campaigns, as well in charge, of course, on the App Store optimization, including the cooperation with SplitMetrics. And my second sub team is the community management team, where they are in charge on all the social media channels, Facebook, the Instagram pages, the email marketing, the copywriting that we are doing at the company.
Let's talk about Papaya Gaming then. Could you tell us a little bit more about the company and your app marketing strategy, your key markets?
Of course. So Papaya Gaming, as you wrote as well in the presentation, indeed is a mobile gaming company. We develop innovative versions of the most exciting games and turn them into skill-based real money tournaments. What does it mean in a nutshell? All those big words. So, for example, if we are taking our top seller Solitaire Cash, so everyone knows Solitaire as a casual gameplay. People used to play Solitaire versus themselves, or you can say versus the computer, try just to complete the deck. So in Papaya Gaming games, when people playing Solitaire Cash, they compete versus other real people and compete against them on skill-based tournaments. It's skill-based in the sense that everyone received the same deck, as well as we have also a backend mechanism that we are pairing users based on the same skill levels that we are identifying on our level. If, for example, you, Maria, takes 1 minute to resolve a solitaire deck, and for me, Uri, it takes 3 minutes, we will not play against each other. So
I think it
makes
will be other way around. Let's be honest here.
No, we should maybe do a one-on-one competition and see. So yeah, so people are competing with other people, makes the games more fun, more social, more competitive, and they can actually win real money. The three people who complete each tournament in the fastest time, winning real money that they can afterward withdraw back to their PayPal account, Apple Pay account, bank account, however they want to do that. We also hosting some virtual currency tournament as well for people who just want to play for fun, for the competitiveness, and not jumping right away to the real money. But of course, the real value that we see on our games is that we can give also back to the users. If in I guess in regular casual games, people are used to pay to, I guess, to win or to progress in the game itself. So here they have the chance also to win back money as well. And I think this is what makes our games more excitement for the users.
It does sound exciting. I want to play already. So what about your marketing strategy? What key channels do you use for user acquisition, and what place does A/B testing take in your marketing mix?
So our marketing strategy, of course, a bit changed over time. As a bootstrap startup, 2 years ago, it was different from it obviously now. So we started, with testing in small amount of spend just to understand what are the key messages that are working well for us in terms of the user acquisition. So basically, you can say that the A/B test concept, we started to use it from day one by testing different messages on the video, on the banners, on the text, on our user acquisition campaigns to see which one drive, the highest CTR, high conversion rate, what works better on the user acquisition channels. Of course, that now we are working basically, I think, with every network that is out there, from Facebook to Google to all those SDK networks, programmatic, branded content, influencers, you name it. But at the beginning, of course, we did a lot of A/B testing on our messages on the user acquisition campaigns. Once we basically identify, understand what are the key messages, what's working for us best, we also started, this is where the stage that we started also to work with SplitMetrics as well, to optimize down the funnel also the conversion rate on the App Store itself, both for the user acquisition campaigns and of course also for organic reach. And after we did several successful tests and improved those and this part of the funnel, this is where we started really to start scaling our marketing activities, of course, along with how the product has evolved. The more the product, of course, new features has been integrated and developed, and new monetization live ops was developed, and of course we managed to increase our ARPU, the average revenue per user. So of course we had more room to scale the marketing, but the first steps was, I guess, the important one, to improve this top funnel of the user acquisition and the App Store before we starting to scale. Currently, we're focusing mostly on English-speaking markets, which is North America and Australia, and hopefully we'll enter the UK very soon. And this is what we are doing at the moment, but we have some more other countries and markets on our roadmap for, I guess, will open next year.
Okay. In general, in terms of A/B testing, what do you think of its importance and efficiency?
I think the importance, it is basically maybe the most important thing to do an A/B test today. We are doing A/B tests not only on our marketing, but also on new product, on new features, on new monetization of live ops in the game as well. Of course, that when you are getting to a very high scale of marketing, each dollar counts. So you want to make sure that you are spending your budget efficiently, that you are getting the most of number of installs or depositors or whatever an engagement KPI you are optimizing to. So you're getting the most of it from your daily budget on the campaign. So of course the A/B testing what will help you to reach this goal. I think that the gaming industry specifically came to understanding that you can't do nothing without statistically significance. You are investing a lot of money and you want to do things right, and each decision that you take can cost you millions of dollars. So you want to A/B test and make sure you're taking the right decision in the end.
Yeah, I mean, with budgets like that, you would want to make only right decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
So you use SplitMetrics A/B testing platform to test your ideas. What do you think about the platform in general?
So as a company that is mostly at the moment iOS oriented, we found SplitMetrics as the most reliable tool to do A/B test on for the App Store optimization. SplitMetrics always as being up to date with the App Store changes. And for example, like the new privacy data that you need, information that you need to share now with the iOS 14. So it basically almost immediately being updated on SplitMetrics itself. So you can always know that you are measuring apples to apples. The user interface is very friendly as well. You can see right away in a very clear way. Of course, the data that you are looking for to understand the user's behavior, and I guess above all, as I said at the beginning, we found it as the most reliable tool in the sense that what is the data that we see on the dashboard itself after implementing those A/B tests or not, to see that the trends are the same and you don't get different results.
Oh, it's nice to hear such a great review. Okay, let's talk about results then, because I've heard you got pretty impressive results when you applied the findings of A/B testing experiments to the real store. You got 50% increase in CVR. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, everyone was happy on our end to see the results.
I'm pretty sure. This is awesome. So I think everybody's dying to know the details of the experiment. Like, what was the hypothesis, and what assays did you test, and what was the stage of the life cycle?
Okay, yeah. So basically, the first hypothesis that we test when we started to use the SplitMetrics was on the messages itself, and to be more specific, if to present in the App Store itself the same messages that we are saying in the user acquisition campaigns, if it's on the video, the banner, the text itself, or to do something different, to give, I guess, some more, maybe you can say, complementary messages to the main message that the user already saw. So we want to know what to focus on in the beginning, of course, at the first screenshot that the user is being exposed to. So this is what the first test that we did, and we found out that actually not repeating the same messages that working for you in the user acquisition will eventually increase your conversion rate in the store itself. I guess that repeating the same message, I guess, over and over, I guess something you already sound. I mean, the user already, like in our case, he already knows that we are speaking about a game that you can win real money. So it doesn't need, I guess, to see this message again when you're getting to the App Store itself. You want to understand, okay, beside of the main message of the winning real money, what else I can get? What other options? What other features maybe this game can give me? So I will decide if I want to try it or not. So this was the main hypothesis that we started to test on the first screenshot, the first three screenshots that basically the user is being exposed to. And we found out, as I said, that not repeating on the same message has worked for us better in terms of increasing the conversion rate. And as I said also before, we started to test those. We started to perform those A/B tests, were very early stage in the life cycle of our app. Just after we understand what the best messages for the user acquisition, when we started with very low scale campaigns. So we wanted to optimize the next step in the funnel. And basically, I think it was after 4 or 5 months after we started basically paid acquisition campaigns for the app. We started also with the A/B testing as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, these are great results.
Mm-hmm.
Besides a winner variation and this boost in CVR, which is awesome. Did you get any helpful insights, like on user behavior or anything like that?
Yeah. So using the user behavior tab in SplitMetrics, we saw that not only that those specific variation with those specific messages, complementary messages, increasing the direct installs in the sense that using user is getting to the app store, just seeing the first one, two, maybe three screenshots and decided to install. It also makes them more interesting to see what else. And as you can see in the install after screenshot scroll was even increased by almost 40% versus the control variant. So people saw the first screenshot and got interested. Okay, so what other features else I can see maybe this game has to offer, and they continue to scroll down and got them even more convinced that they have got to the right place and this is the right game for them. So yeah, as you indeed rightfully wrote, complementary messages to the user acquisition to give to understanding to the user what the holistic experience that we can expect to in the game. And I want to put also, I guess, a small disclaimer, even maybe to this thing, because using SplitMetrics, of course, and A/B testing, it's not only about the tests that got to be the winners. It's also about doing a test and understand what not to implement, what is not working well. I can say that we did also several tests about videos in the App Store itself, and also do to the requirements of Apple, that the video it can't be too much marketing wise, in the sense it should be very strict to what the game has to offer, and people tend to put in the video, to put inside all the features that they have, and from the tutorial up until the endpoint. Sometimes, from and we saw that those kind of videos really didn't increase the conversion rate. On the contrary, they had a negative effect. And so we came to the understanding that it's right that you need to give the complementary messages, but you don't need to give all of the messages or to reveal all of the stuff you have in the game itself. I always saying it's like that you are saying you see on YouTube a trailer for a movie, and the trailer is too long, and you got the feeling that you already saw the movie, so you say, okay, I saw the movie, I don't need to saw the movie. So we don't want to get to this point as well on your App Store assets. You want to give the user a trailer, but you want the trailer not to be too long, so you will want to see the movie at the end.
Very true. It's a great comparison. It explains a lot.
Thanks.
Well, these are great insights. Thank you for sharing. So what can you say about your overall experience with the platform and customer success team? Maybe you could highlight some features that you in particular found super beneficial for you.
Yeah, so most of my the test that we did is on the product page itself, and of course we tested different segmentation of our audience, and how they perform with different A/B tests or different product page in terms of the icon and screenshot and messages and description and subtitle, etc. And of course, the option to test multiple A/B tests on all of our portfolio of games is of course something that we also use, and we truly have an amazing customer success team, always helpful, and I guess one click away in the email for getting a very quick response, helping you if it's from the business side, if we have questions or things you want to discuss or technical things that you need help with. It was a really great experience to working with you guys.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to hear such positive reviews. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be able to say it better. I just can add to this that SplitMetrics is your go-to solution to convert guesses and ideas into new levels of profit. And so, could you share your plans in terms of A/B testing with us? Like, what's next in there for you?
So I think that the next steps in doing the A/B test is, I guess, now with the iOS 14 change, you can say, and I mean it's not really got into 100% into effect, but once it will, all the projection is that in terms of targeting, you will need to go even broader than we are targeting today. And of course its change has effect on the conversion rate itself. If before we were be able to create specific lookalikes, from specific IDs, and to get to a specific type of audience, and that we know what this audience specific likes and what converts him. So also now when we want to go even broader, and I can even say not even related to the iOS 14.5, as the game itself grow to a new dimensions and want to reach to a new audience, and you want to go even broader in terms of growing your product itself. Of course, you need to adjust the messages itself to fit this broad audience and to understand what other audience who maybe don't really interact before with real money games or solitaire games, what messages will make them to convert and want to test your game. So it is going back even to basics in that sense of testing always new messages as you're growing and basically changing your audience. So I guess every time you think on changing your audience, going broader or narrower, you need to think also on the message. It's not only on user acquisition campaigns, but of course also on the App Store itself.
Okay, great insights. If you were to give a piece of advice regarding A/B testing and app marketing, what would it be? Like, what are your thoughts on ASO strategies in 2021?
Yeah, so as I just said, like my future plans, I guess it's the tips that I can say to other people. If the iOS 14 implementation makes you go broader in your targeting for, of course, your iOS titles, you need to think which messages is more appealed for a broader audience and not specific audience, and test those messages, and of course always continue to make them complementary to your UA messages, so user will understand the holistic experience of your app, and not only focus on specific small thing that you want to feature or you think is the best feature of your app. Users are smart. They know that there is a lot of behind specific one feature or another, and they want to understand what they're getting into. So be transparent and make sure to highlight other aspects of your games that or other messages that will appeal for different audiences.
That's great advice. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing all this. I wish you more experiments, winners, and even greater CVR boost.
Yeah.
And SplitMetrics is here to help you with all of that.
I know. I'm sure. Thank you very much, Maria. It was a pleasure to being a host in this webinar, and I hope everyone great success in your A/B testing.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.